When it comes to good-looking shotguns, it's hard to beat the classic styling and simplicity of twin steel barrels and wood. On this week's episode of Sunday Gunday, I want to talk about a modern version of the nostalgic side-by-side, the Sharptail from CZ. It's hard not to mention looks first when talking about a side-by-side, especially when talking about one as good-looking as the Sharptail. The Turkish walnut furniture accentuates the gentlemanly appearance of the Sharptail's color case-hardened receiver. Fine laser diamond checkering on both the pistol grip and the semi-beaver tail forend lend purchase, but also add a beautiful contrast to the overall look of the shotgun. The fit and finish, well, let's just say that you could pay a lot more for a lot less. Even the scrolled engraving on the receiver shows the attention to detail that CZ put into the Sharptail, as the screws themselves, which are already perfectly aligned, have been adorned with their own simple yet tasteful engraving. The trigger guard and forearm takedown lever too, both color case hardened, haven't been left out and also wear a bit of scroll work. Okay, so the shotgun is a looker, and that's great if you're looking for a wall hanger, but CZs aren't just pretty guns. The Sharptail, an evolution from the earlier ring neck side-by-side, was made to be put to work on birds and clays. Its 28-inch black hard chrome barrel hits an ideal length, kind of a sweet spot, suited for both clay and wing shooters. And while some prefer an English-style grip, I imagine that, like myself, those of us who started off shooting pistol grip pumps and semis won't mind the familiar feel of the Sharptail. During our testing, the Sharptail mounted clean, swung like a well-balanced side-by-side should, and for me at least, seemed to naturally point at clays within busting range. I'll even go so far as to say I shoot the Sharptail better than I do the other more expensive side-by-sides in my collection. In fact, as far as being a working man's side-by-side, the Sharptail utilizes an entirely new action than that of its predecessor, which results in a tougher and more reliable firearm. It's got a single selectable trigger, a manual safety, a solid receiver CNC machined from a single piece of steel, independent floating firing pins, coil spring operated hammers, and newly designed sears, and a single extractor. Now previously, the CZ Sharptail has been available in 12, 20, 28, and 410, and in weights from about 5.9 pounds in the 410 to a still comfortable 7.3 pounds in the 12 gauge. And great news for bird hunters, this year CZ is offering the Sharptail I'm holding here, a 16 gauge version with 2 3/4 inch chambers. Now if that doesn't do it for you, CZ has also expanded the line this year to include a 20-inch barreled coach variant with a 3-inch chamber and fixed cylinder bores. Now, as you can see from the video, while not an ideal hunting length, the coach gun is more than capable in close quarters and seriously fun to shoot clays with if you want to test your skills. Now, as for chokes, the CZ Sharptail 12, 20, and 28 gauge models ship with 5 flush-fitting interchangeable tubes, while the 16 gauge and 410 come with 3. Now for all this, it wouldn't surprise me to see a price tag on the Sharptail at least 2 times greater than the $9.99 MSRP you'll find on the 12, 16, and 20 gauge versions. And the coach gun, well, it'll cost you about $50 less. Even the 28 and 410, which will run you about $1,200, are priced to sell. And sell they should. The CZ Sharptail is an all-around great gun. And if you're in the market for a side-by-side built to be used and not just looked at, then I strongly urge you to check out the Sharptail from CZ. For more information on the CZ Sharptail line of side-by-side shotguns, visit cz-usa.com. And as always, for more Sunday Gunday any day of the week, stay tuned to AmericanHunter.org.